The famous oceanographer Jacques Cousteau once said, "The sea, once it casts its spell, holds one in its net of wonder forever." The Institute of Marine Affairs, IMA, located in Chaguaramas, aims to inform the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago about the important role that oceans play in all life on the planet and its connection to us. The IMA promotes a public understanding and appreciation of the marine environment through lectures at primary and secondary schools, exhibitions, community workshops, visits to companies, and hosting talks at our Marine Education Center. We also offer tours of the aquaculture facility at the IMA. In the secondary school outreach program, some of the topics covered are coastal erosion, water pollution, biodiversity, climate change, and information on invasive alien species, IAS. The most recent marine IAS to invade our waters is a Pterois volitans. Commonly known as a lionfish, it usually grabs students' attention. One of the programs created by the IMA to educate children about the ocean is the Sea and Me program. This program targets Standard 5 students of primary schools in the Carenage and Point Cumana environs.
Another benefit that mangroves and mangrove trees give the mangrove ecosystem is coastline protection. Because they grow along where I said the sea meets the land, and they have nice thick stands of trees. If there's a hurricane or a big storm, it gives coastal protection against the high waves and winds that rush ashore. Okay, so mangrove trees are good coastal protection barriers.
The Sea and Me project began in 2003. It's an initiative taken by the Institute of Marine Affairs as part of our 25th anniversary, our 25th anniversary of operations. And it was done with our neighboring schools of Carenage. There were two primary schools there, the Carenage Boys Government Primary and the Carenage Girls Government Primary. So, under the IMA's mission to promote a public understanding and appreciation of marine-related environments, we began this program. It took the form of lessons where we were going every week. We were dealing with the post-C class, the Standard 5 class, after they had done the exam, the C exam in March. So we had an 8-week run with the class. It was a series of lectures, field trips as well, and the students were introduced to the marine environment to try and teach them how they were connected to the ocean. In Carenage in particular, the ocean is their backyard. Point Cumana, the ocean is also very close. And so we were trying to show the children what their connections were to the sea. Besides having fish to eat or seafood to eat, besides being a place to go to the beach and have a good time, what impact did the sea have on them? What did it allow them to do? As well as how people affect the ocean. The topics that were taught were things like marine pollution, how I affect the sea, how the sea affects me. We touched on sensitive ecosystems, coral reef habitats, mangrove habitats, what causes the tides, marine biodiversity, which is marine life in the different zones. They would get a tour of our aquaculture facility, they would get a tour of our library, and of course all of this culminated in a game called Environmental Jeopardy, which was a quiz setting where we'd have teams against each other being quizzed on the 6 topics that they learned during the entire program.
When we are at the sea, this is how we're supposed to behave, and we are not supposed to do this, and we are not supposed to throw rubbish here. And I hear them discussing it with one another. And it's a pity that other students couldn't be exposed to a project like this. And because it's so interactive that the learning remains with them. I know something that is very filled with knowledge. You have the writing, you have the art, you have the collage and all these different things. All in all, I think the CME project is an excellent project. And I think that all schools in Trinidad and Tobago should be exposed to it, because it has been exposed to the children and students in Carinac because they are living close to the sea. But Trinidad and Tobago is surrounded, it's an island surrounded by water, and because of that, we should be aware of the oceans. I think all schools in Trinidad and Tobago, in some form or the other, should be able to be exposed to the CME project.
Today being World Oceans Day, I think that the IMA's efforts to increase and promote awareness of world oceans and oceanography, especially in the Caribbean, was certainly an endeavor that is quite remarkable. And the booth was quite informative, especially the lionfish segments, as well as the activity behind me, spinning the wheel. So I think the initiative should be taken again on World Oceans Day.
With every drop of water you drink, every breath you take, you're connected to the sea, no matter where on earth you live.